Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where we review anything and everything. And today we're taking a quick look at this preview of the new Jurassic World Hammond Collection Jeep Wrangler. So you can see here they got this is the first vehicle that they have for the Hammond Collection, and you can see the box art here. So it's your traditional Hammond Collection box art, which looks nice and whatever the case is. Now, there was one that was released, I want to say it was maybe, I don't know, somewhere in that range of like maybe 3 years ago, where it had Ellie in it, and it was a non-Hammond collection, but it was a legacy collection. And I had reviewed that on the channel before, which became like the default staple for someone to jump on at the time. But since that time frame, they haven't released any other Jeep Wranglers. Now, this now coming in the form of the Hammond Collection is amazing in that you're getting a higher level quality. It is coming at $42.99. Now, the previous one also was probably around the same price, $40, but it came with a Velociraptor and it came with Ellie. Didn't have as many additional features, so I guess when you look at the grand scheme of things, they probably are equal in value. But just replacing Ellie and the Raptor with additional parts and whatnot. So once again, this is the main image here that you guys see up close, a little more zoomed in. And, like I said, we're seeing some of the details with this one here. And once again, the packaging, all the details on it look nice. Not to say the other ones weren't good as well, but this one's also coming with like rubber wheels. So that is like a bonus. Like I said, obviously the Hammond Collection is supposed to put that spin on it where it's supposed to be a little bit more, detailed and whatnot. So here you have another image of it here where they're able to press on the dark spot of the hood. I'm not sure what that would be considered. Is a button, obviously, but I don't know if that's like a vent or anything like that. And it lets the lights glow on the front of the Hammond Collection Jeep. So that's actually pretty nice. Obviously, having batteries in a lot of these Mattel dinosaurs, the bigger ones, is not something that's a stranger to that. But in terms of the Hammond Collections, never really had electronics in any of the dinosaurs. So obviously on the Jeep, that's cool because, even if it runs out, it's still a detailed Jeep. So you've got the working front winch, so you can connected to things. Now, what's interesting is the gray wiring, as you can see here, is just a display portion, and then the black cable, which is coming from somewhere inside it, is actually the cable that's being used. I think that's a great workaround, so that way you're not worrying about it, getting winded up and being kind of all messy. So that's cool. We're gonna have to see how that plays out. Now here is another thing too with this. You have options, and I'll show another image to show some of the breakdown of some of those options. But in the previous image, you saw that it had said number 12 on the number on the side. And this one here, you see that the hood, or the roof is taken off. You can display it differently. This is more within line of the one where it was the T-Rex is chasing them with Ellie and Robert Muldoon. And so you can set it up in different ways, different configurations. And you can see here the number 10 is on it. So essentially what happens is they have stickers. So the base number is 12, and you have stickers where you can put 10 and I believe another number on it. I'm not sure yet, but we'll get to that image in a moment that will show that. But here you got the little storage containers on the back. And then here you can see, obviously, for the back angle of it with the roof on it. And I wonder what the plastic rear window is going to be made of. Is it going to be a hard plastic? Is it going to be a soft plastic? So I'm very curious about that. But nonetheless, you see the detail on it. And like I said, the real rubber tires, which is great. And then this shows you here in this image, the collection of the custom pieces. So you can have the brown framing, you can have the black framing, you can have obviously the full-on roof. You can have, I'm assuming those on the lower right-hand corner are the windows that would cover I don't know. I don't know if that's to cover like the door panel windows. Maybe you also have the framing for the lights. You've got another seat set up, and I don't know if that's for the rear seat. And then you got obviously the stickers to change the numbers, which I honestly will recommend that whatever one you buy it as is the Jeep that you're going to keep it as. Now, what will be amazing if this goes on sale one day, because a lot of times, a lot of these sets do go on sale from Target, or at least they used to, or like really good premium sales. If they do, and say this thing went down to like say $20, there's definitely something you'd want to stack up on, maybe a good 3 of them, and then you can do the whole 12, 10, and 18 for the numbers. I think that would be pretty amazing there. And then just covering over the highlights, what they mentioned here. Let's go through a couple of these. It says 93 Jeep Wrangler. This classic Jeep is synonymous with the Jurassic World series, really Jurassic Park. First seen in the original Jurassic Park. Now collectors can have the vehicle with many possible variations. Incredible detail. This vehicle is collector level detail with Jurassic Park logo, rubber tires with orange hubcaps, working lights, winch, straight and whip antenna, and light bar. Okay, and okay, so that means that one on the previous page, the previous image, I'm sorry, there was a gray kind of bar. I guess that's the antenna. And let's see, display ready dream. This Jeep was designed with maximum flexibility to create every possible look, including the roof, light bar, whip antenna, and toolboxes. Keep the number 12 decorations or use stickers to adjust, like I mentioned earlier. Illumination. The light bar can attach to the windshield frame, so it can be used with or without the roof. And the light bar and headlights are activated by a button on the hood. That's interesting that the light bar on top actually lights as well. So Hammond Collection complete. Jurassic World Hammond Collection has created a new standard for collector action figures. Now it brings the same level of considered detail to this iconic vehicle. And it says must have. This Hammond Collection vehicle measures 9.5 inches long, 4.6 inches wide, and 5.7 tall. With its swappable parts, will make a significant addition to any Jurassic World collection for fans of 8 years. Oh, premium package, the window box, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this honestly right here is definitely a really nice set. I could see this. Not only is it a great set in itself, but it opens up the doors for what's going to come next. It essentially allows for other vehicles to be made. A lot of people already ranting and raving about if they can get the big Jurassic Park 2, the big trailer set, which will be amazing. But based on this price here, I would imagine that that's going to probably run at least, probably if they did it, no less than $100, which I'm not going to say isn't fair, but at the same time, it definitely is up there. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. And as always, you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.